Hello folks, and welcome to Netcruzer Tech. Although this will be a little bit of a crossover with Netcruzer Cars because we're going to talk about some stuff that I'm doing in the garage. I posted a Instagram story before Christmas of some work that I was doing on my garage door where I had replaced the upper hinges and the rollers. I've installed these new upper hinges because my old ones were completely broken, and I've replaced most of the rollers with some better nylon versions. So here's my old mounts. These are the upper hinge pins, and they only had one bolt in them, so they would twist and they were terrible, as well as these were all rusted and kind of worn out too. So I put in some of the premium nylon double bearing expensive rollers. These are not cheap. I've probably put in about $150 into the door already in just the brackets and new rollers. Now, why did I do that? Because something I've always wanted is an opener. Right now it's manual, and it's always been manual. But Black Friday 2018, this went on sale at my local Canadian Tire. The Chamberlain half horsepower, chain driven, smart Wi-Fi opener. That would be a good thing to get. Got some installers coming today, and we're gonna get this opener installed, hopefully. I told them that I have a higher ceiling, so I did send them pictures because they're gonna have to build some sort of a drop-down mount. And then the other thing is we have to get power, because the only power that I have up top is from that light, but I don't have the adapter. So I do have an outlet down here, so we might have to like route up an extension. Anyway, the other thing that I've learned about openers is these openers are only designed to work with a 7-foot door. Now my door is an 8-foot door, and I almost went and bought the 8-foot extension kit so that you can actually open it 8 feet. But then I measured, and whoever built this garage decided that they were gonna put an 8-foot door on a 7-foot rail. The door currently only opens 7 feet. So I'm glad I didn't go out and open and buy that, because I don't need it. When the door does open, it'll open up to about here, and that's the way it opens now when you do it manually. Sorry, I'm shaking. It's freezing. It's like minus 20 today. So I'm gonna get the furnace going, get it warmed up in here, and let the installers do their job. Then I'll show you how some of the smart functions work, because it does work with an app, as well as you get your normal hard buttons too. Okay guys, check this out. MyQ app, Touch ID recognition, garage door closed, garage door open from my phone. How awesome is that? The future. The installation is complete. We got a Chamberlain MyQ smart garage door opener installed. So let me close the door and I'll show you what it's all about. I did have the normal buttons installed as well. So here's your door closer, and I have a keypad on the outside of the door frame. It's a minus 20 degrees Celsius day outside right now, and so having that convenience is amazing. As soon as we installed this, my wife has started parking in the garage every single day. It's funny how something little simple like that, where you'd have to get out of your car, open the door, get in your car, pull it in, get out of your car, close the door manually, stops you from parking in your own garage. It's the Chamberlain C450C. I got this on super sale on Black Friday for $175 Canadian. It's like a $300 opener. And when I had my professional installer come out, he said, "This is a good opener. I'm glad you didn't buy a crappy one." I was like, oh good, because the specs looked good on it, and it was on super sale. And I love a good sale, so we got it. Now, as for the door itself, I mentioned in my previous clip that I had serviced all the rollers. I put in the good quality rollers. I don't have the other lights on. Right now, the only thing that's being lit up by the garage is this window and the 2 LED lights I put in there. Let me turn some other lights on. These CFLs take a while to heat up. So all these rollers that I had installed, the rollers were done right, but all the hinges were on backwards. And the hinges were on backwards from the previous owner who installed this garage door. So he fixed all of my hinges. He put on my bottom roller, which the bottoms are hard. You want to be very careful about servicing your own bottom rollers, because that's where all the spring tension is on. This big spring that's up here, he had some scary stories for me. He's like, I'm glad you didn't try and attempt to change those bottom rollers yourself, because all the door tension is on that, and the spring and the cable can snap and it can like rip your face open. The point of the story here is all the brackets are now on the correct way. All the rollers have been upgraded. We now have a smart controlled Chamberlain garage door opener that I can control by the button in my car, the button by the door, the keypad outside the door, or on my smartphone. And all the cabling that runs these guys, these are wired in, so all the cabling is nicely run. I got this installed by Ram Doors in Ottawa, and he did a really good job. He also had to build this custom frame for me, because my ceiling is a little bit different than most garages. I'm quite happy with this. The other major change that we did was he added a metal bar across the top, where this is a surprise, and I'm very glad that he did this. This metal structure was not here before. So that's all been added, because with a mechanical garage door opener, it lifts it from the top panel, versus manually, you always used to open it from the bottom panel. So now that all of the pull force is on the top, you want to have extra strength on your top panel. So that's what that does. It also makes sure that when the door closes, it has lots of rigidity to fully seal closed. I'm very impressed with that. If you ever did need to manually open this, you just pull on this cable, it disconnects the mechanism, and you can pull it up by this handle. The app is very simplistic. All you can do is open and close it. You cannot stop it halfway with the app. Once it starts opening, it has to open all the way. And when you say for it to close, it does like a beep for 10 seconds, warns you that it's going to close, and then it starts closing. And then the only way to stop it would be if someone was actually in here and broke the safety sensors that are there. Now, I had somewhat hoped that I could ask Siri or Google Assistant to open the door by voice. You can try, but this is what happens. So you can use Google Assistant to try and open it by voice. Hey Google, ask MyQ to open the garage door.
All right, let's get MyQ.
You don't have an active subscription to this premium service. Please activate your subscription on the MyQ services website.
What I found out is that you can do it. The MyQ hub is built into the opener, but they charge $13 a year for the privilege of being able to open it and close it by voice. I'm fine with just hitting the button on the app and using my screen to do it. I just thought that was a little bit weird that they charge a premium for voice control. So it is a chain drive, and it's quieter than I expected. So that's the state of my garage door. It has now been refurbished and opens over the internet, which is super cool. I'm very happy to finally have a garage door opener. My wife really loves it, so do I, and I hope that it lasts a long time. Eventually, I think we might have to adjust the chain. So the chain does kind of fall down there, which he said that's how it's supposed to be. But if it starts getting really loose, then you can tighten it up a bit. And there's an adjustment on this side for adjusting the chain tension. I imagine since that's a new chain, it will eventually get loose, but for now it's working perfectly. And it is quieter than I thought it was going to be. Like, it's a fairly quiet door. We do a full open cycle here. That's open to 7 feet, where it brings it right to the edge, almost touching my stopper. And it looks like it's not quite open enough from the inside, but from the outside, that's all we could ever open it manually anyway. That's all we could ever do it by hand. Wow, luxury. Okay guys, if you enjoyed this or you learned something, hit that like button. If you're new around here, subscribe. If you want to talk to me, leave a comment down below. And as always, thanks for watching. Heck yeah. Garage upgrade complete.